Namaste. Thank you for your presence. This yoga practice is about self-discovery. So welcome to this journey of self-discovery. Seeking knowledge of the self is an important goal of yoga and crucial to one's pursuit of truth and inner peace. In the Yoga Sutras, Patanjali says, "Study thyself, discover the divine." Knowledge about the human soul is gained in different ways. Studying sacred texts is one, and through self-study, introspection. This is Svādhyāya, the term that Patanjali uses. And it's a self-reflective process where one silently meditates on one's behaviors, motivations, and plans to lead a more fulfilling life. Besides learning about our human soul for our own benefit, we have the opportunity to share what we have discovered to help others. And practicing asana, Svādhyāya, is equivalent to witnessing our actions, our feelings, as they reveal our inner light, our hidden talents and abilities. So the goddess of speech, learning, knowledge, and wisdom is Saraswati. And we have a mantra for Saraswati, which is Om Aim Saraswatiye Svaha. And let us create Jnana Mudra, the wisdom mudra, by touching the tip of the thumb to the tip of the index finger and just placing the palms face down on the knees. This Jnana Mudra facilitates connection, like you're creating a complete circuit, an electric circuit here. It also promotes centering and grounding as it increases mental clarity and helps reduce the overly active or monkey mind during meditation. This powerful circuit is said to grant wisdom and knowledge. So I will repeat the mantra 3 times. Join me if you wish. Om Aim Saraswatiye Svaha. Om Aim Saraswatiye Svaha. Om Aim Saraswatiye Svaha. Okay. Now, let's embody this process of self-discovery and begin on our backs, supine position. First, take a long, symmetrical stretch through the arms and legs, stretching lengthwise. Maybe a little wiggling. And then hug the right knee into the chest. And take complete breaths, letting your knee expand out on the inhalation and drawing the knee a little closer on the exhalation. Observing, witnessing, and calmly understanding how your body's feeling at this time, in this place. And circle this knee, taking around some nice circles. reversing the direction at some point. And then set the right foot down, open the right knee to the side. And just take smooth, calm breaths here. And then eventually lengthen the right leg next to the left. Next, draw the left knee in. Hugging the knee towards the chest as you exhale. And letting the arms lengthen on the inhale, so there's no restriction to the breath. You can fill your lungs to their capacity. And slowly and calmly empty the breath, taking all the time you need to squeeze out every drop of air. And devoting just as much time to the inhalation as you do to the exhalation. Little circles in this side. Circle the left knee. Guiding around with your hand and reversing those circles at some point. Then set the left foot down and open the left knee to the left side. You can either just allow the weight of gravity to gently open that, or add a little bit of additional weight with your hand without forcing or pushing, but just sensing and feeling what's right. Complete breaths in and complete breaths out with equal duration. Samavriti, this equal breath in and back out. Okay, from here, lift up the left knee and cross the right ankle over the left knee to open the right knee to the side. Using the hand to press it open, or lifting up the left foot and hugging the left knee towards your chest by holding the back of the thigh or the top of the shin. Trying to keep the head and shoulders down and relaxed so that you can focus on what you're feeling in your hip. And know that you can modify to make the breath more comfortable, more complete. Tighten the navel as you exhale, so there's a natural contraction. And then relax that tension on the inhale. Let the abdomen, chest, everything expand. Pulsing and flowing with your breath. Now we'll switch sides and set the right foot down. Cross the left ankle over the right knee and start to open the left knee to the side. You may be able to pick up the right foot and hold the back of the right thigh with both hands. And fine-tune or adjust the pose to where you're comfortable. Steady and relaxed with the breath. can take as long as you need for the inhalation and just as much time as you need for the exhalation. Okay, now uncross the legs, press the palms down, lift the legs up, and the legs are touching, the inside edges of the feet touching. Just make little circles with the legs. This is going to build up core strength. Then reverse the circles. And rest and lower the soles of the feet down, separating the feet about hip distance apart. Walk the heels up close to the sitting bones. And then press down in the feet and the elbows. Lift the hips into bridge pose. And the hands can boost the buttocks up this way or clasp underneath the back so that you can tuck the shoulder blades together and lift the heart more. And if you need to, you can keep walking the heels closer to lift higher. Some people actually hold the heels or ankles. Just do whatever your body is getting the optimal benefit. Then release the hands, lower the hips. And I think now I'm going to come on to hands and knees. Roll over and up to hands and knees. We'll do our cat-cow. Inhale, eyes look up and back arches like a sway back cow. And on the exhale, eyes down. Back rounds like an angry cat. Keep fingers strongly pressing into the mat. Arms strong, hugging the arms to the midline to keep the shoulder blades integrated onto the back. Because I find in my practice that core strength is wonderful, but it's the integration that really helps me achieve the pose that I desire. The connection to source. Now, just to bring the knees a little closer together and circle the hips. Giving the head and shoulders freedom to move around whatever way feels right. And when you're ready, changing the circle direction. And come back to table pose and balance on that left knee. Lift the right leg up. Lift up through the navel so your core is keeping you stable. And then extend the left arm. Now make that connection to source, drawing the left arm bone back into the shoulder blade onto the back, and the right thigh bone up into the hip socket. Inhale, extend and lift. And exhale, connect and integrate to the core. And rest hand and knee down, switch sides, begin lifting the left leg. Balancing on that left arm, lift the right arm up. Strengthen from the core and make that connection. Fully integrate all the parts. And finally rest, hands and knees down. And curl the toes under for downward dog. Begin to lift the knees and press the hips back. Relax the knees and shoulders as you inhale. Fine-tune the placement of the hands and feet. With your exhale, then strengthen and lengthen. And good. Lower the knees. Take a rest on the knees. And sit back to the heels. Hero pose. Pull the shoulders back, pull the navel in, and just level the chin so the sides of the neck can draw back. Keeping inner body bright. And a softness about the skin. So there's sensitivity in the pose as well as strength. Strength from the core. And easefulness with the breath. Please lift the hips up for camel pose. Back bend. And we'll just hold the back of the hips to begin. Engage the inner thighs. Squeeze the buttocks. And start to lift the heart as you tilt the head back. If it's in your ability, reach down to the heel with one hand and the other. And to release, lift up through the arms. Lift up out of the lower back. And rest. Coming down to child's pose. One. Your inhale, lift the hips up. And step the right foot forward, low lunge. Press down through the legs, and lift hands to the front knee. Relax with the breath. Strengthen through the legs, core. And as you're ready, lift the arms. And just be open to this process of revelation, discovery, exploring how the breath and the body interact in the pose. Keeping that connection to source and integrating all the parts. And lower the hands down. And what we have is the twist here. So I'm going to advise you to bring the left hand to that right knee And the right arm sweep behind, turning back towards that right hand. Okay, that's an option. Another option is the bind the right hand on that foot, left foot. And unwinding, release, and start to straighten the front knee, folding forward. Lifting the right toes up. So there's a stretch in the back of the calf, the back of the hamstring. And easing off on the inhalation so that you can be more sensitive of what you're feeling. Discover those feelings as they reveal the wisdom within. And let's now switch sides. Step right foot back and left foot forward. Pressing down through the legs, lift the hands to the front knee, roll the shoulders back, and with the exhale, draw the navel in, press down more through the legs, pulling that front heel under and resisting down with the back knee, then raise the arms. And discover something new about this pose maybe you've never experienced before, because you're willing to take the time to open your mind, to be receptive and inquisitive. Now, lowering the hands. So, we'll have this right hand crossing to that left knee, the left arm opening, twisting, look behind. And if you wanted to bind left hand to the right foot, you could go to that stage also. It's a kind of a twisted monkey pose. Okay, and releasing when you're ready. Begin that pyramid stretch, this hamstring stretch here with the left leg straight, or almost straight, because we soften the knee on the inhalation, and then squeeze the muscles to the bone, lifting the thigh bone up into the hip. Exhaling, strengthen those muscles that you're stretching. And patiently observe and witness this integration, mind and body, breath and soul. And begin to rest and step that left foot back. And then roll down onto the mat. Prone here. And we'll reach the arms ahead, taking full pranam, this full offering of dedication to the truth. We cannot arrive at wisdom without seeking the truth. And being devoted to that, lift up the shoulders for cobra pose. And press down through the hips and the finger pads to roll the back up into Bhujangasana, cobra. keeping the chin level, sides of the neck back, and the shoulder blades drawing down into the spine. Now resting, bring the chest to the floor. Okay. And here, going on to bow pose, bending both knees. Reach back to hold the ankles. And lift the shoulders. Try to lift the knees. And look down slightly so you're not pinching the back of the neck. Okay, 2 more breaths. We're really strengthening the back. And then relax and rest, chin to the side. And windshield wiper the heels from side to side. And then, if you're ready, push up to table pose. Curl the toes and lift up the knees, downward facing dog. Nice lengthening now in the lower back. And please walk forward or hop forward to the hands. Inhale, hands to knees. Then exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Do that twice more, inhaling to the hands to knees, back flat. Then exhale, folding over straight legs. And once more, inhale. And exhale, folding forward. Rise, inhale, lift the arms over the head. And exhale, hands to the heart. Now, vinyasa, inhale, sweep up and arch back. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, step the right foot back. Lower right knee down. When the legs are under you, inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, hands to the floor. Step the left foot back to downward dog. Take 3 full breaths. Complete inhalation and complete exhalation. And the next inhale, bring the shoulders forward to high plank, top of a push-up. And exhale, lower the knees, the hips and chest, coming down, prone. And with the inhale, curl the head and shoulders up into cobra pose and start to twist the hips from side to side, getting a little there, and rest the chest back to the floor. Inhale, push up to table pose. Curl the toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. And the next inhale, step right foot forward and lower the left knee down. When you're ready, lift the arms, take a complete breath. And lower the hands. Inhale, step left foot forward to meet the right. And exhale, fold. Now inhale, stand tall. Lift the arms and exhale, hands to the heart. Anjali Mudra. And we'll turn to the side, take a wide stance. Clasp hands behind the back, draw the shoulder blades in. Turn the feet so they are parallel. Inner thighs will spiral back, apart. We turn and start to fold forward, lifting the knuckles up over the back. Now squeeze the kneecaps and lift them up. Hug the legs to the midline. And then release the hands. Bend the knees. And lift up to goddess pose. Keep the knees bent. You can turn the toes out now to 45 degrees. Back straight, shoulders back. Take 2 more breaths. Deepening on the exhale. Good. Last one. And rest the arms, straighten the legs. And turn the right toes to the end of the mat, bend the right knee, and bring hands down to the floor. So they're kind of walking out at a diagonal. You may have to slide that left foot back a little farther to lower the hips. Lift up through the armpits, broaden the back of the neck and shoulders. Now keep walking this right hand to the inside of the right foot, or bring the right elbow on top of the right knee for side angle pose. Lift the left arm, take it over the ear. And if you just like to experiment, try bringing the right fingertips to the floor. But if that makes your butt stick out too far behind, you don't need to go there. So you just find a place where your breath is unaffected. And then relax and walk the hands over to the left side, pivoting the feet and turning the left toes towards the end of the mat. And walk the fingertips out diagonally. Lengthen your stance so you can really lower the hips. Maintaining that lift up through the pelvic floor, toning the inner thighs. Now bring that left hand to the inside of the left foot, or the elbow on top of the left knee, and reach the right arm up and forward, taking it over the ear. So play with variations. You may have that left hand down. Good. And release back to the center, standing up slowly. And step to the front of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up, arch back. And exhale, folding forward, hands down, walk the feet back to downward dog. Now, three-legged dog. Lift up the right leg. And then switch, right foot down, and lift up the left leg. And lower the left foot. And lower the knees. We will come around to seated. Do some seated poses. Sometimes it helps to have a little cushion to sit on. And do our half Lord of the Fish. So lift up the left knee and thread the right heel underneath and back towards the left buttocks. Find balance on the sitting bones, and then hug the left knee in towards your chest. Inhale, lift up through the crown, and on the exhale, begin to twist and look to the left. And this right arm can wrap around the knee or it can go over the knee, whatever feels appropriate to you. Discover what works best for you today. Then, unwinding from there, lift up the right knee and thread the left heel back. Hug the right knee into the chest and lift up the head. Roll the shoulders back and start to twist to the right side. Maybe you're holding that knee or wrapping the arm around it, and just find where your body wants to go today. Keeping balance and stability and an easeful, calm, and complete breath. All right, and then release that side also and open the legs to a wide angle. Spiral the inner thighs down so the kneecaps are facing upward, toes upward, and the lower back draws in so we can maintain that natural curve in that lumbar spine. And with the crown of the head over the sitting bones, keep that straight angle as you come forward with the crown of the head. Inhale, getting a little more spacious. And exhaling, integrating, connecting to Source. The body, mind, breath, and soul all uniting for this activity of self-discovery. Svādhyāya. Gradually lift the back up. Now we can turn towards the left leg and fold in that direction. So I might be just keeping hands out to either side for stability. I might be crossing the right hand to the outside of that left leg to help twist a little deeper. Or even maybe I'm holding the foot. But wherever I am, I'm conscious of each breath and the quality of that breath. Keeping an open mind to be receptive to what I'm feeling, witnessing. without trying to filter everything through the ego. And rest, lifting up. Switch to the second side. Turn towards the right leg. And make gradual and progressive stretching towards this side. It's a partial twist, as well as that nice stretch in the lower back. And release, lift back up to a straight spine. And this is where my strap comes in useful for heron pose. So I'm going to make sure I have a nice stable foundation, both sitting bones on the mat. Now some people will bend this left foot into half hero pose, half virasana. Okay, that's one option. That's a little more strenuous to do it that way. So if you're not comfortable with that virasana, you can just cross the shin in front. So this is the modification that I usually end up with. And now, since I have a strap, I'm going to use that to demonstrate lifting the right leg up. And you could just be holding that leg with your hands. So you have these options. I'm trying to keep the head tall, spine straight, without leaning back too much. Okay? All right, now, because I have the strap, I'm going to twist. Which way? Coming through to twist to the left side and put this right arm in front of the thigh. So we're twisting to the side. This is our sundial. All right. Coming out when you're ready. I know those are tricky. We'll switch sides. And the right leg can be in half hero virasana or just crossed in front. And take the strap or hold the left leg, lift the left leg up for heron. So if you don't need the strap, you could be holding the foot with both hands, lifting the chest, the head. And now with our sundial, begin to twist and look to the right. And this left leg sort of swivels out to the left side. And now release that back to the floor. Well done. Let's go on to the back and recline, knees to chest. Hugging knees into the chest and letting the breath flow by lengthening the arms on the inhale and compressing navel to the spine as you exhale. And please release and lower the soles of the feet to the mat. All right. Pressing the soles of the feet down enough to hover the hips up an inch, then slide the backs of the hands under the buttocks and sit down on the back of the hands. Once there, you can lift the legs and invert both legs. And sense, witnessing what you feel when your legs are inverted. And whenever your body needs rest, if it needs to release the pose, do it. Or stay in the pose long enough to really discover more about yourself. Or even experiment with variations of inversions, like lifting the hips and taking the legs over the head into plow. Supporting the lower back with the hands. And then to release, bend the knees and roll the back down. Come into happy baby. Bending the knees towards the armpits. Holding either the ankles or the feet. And let your inner child play a little bit. Rocking around side to side, circles. Whatever interests you. Intuitive wisdom in your body guiding you. And slowly release your back down to the floor and your legs out long on the mat. And then, with the left leg straight, bend the right knee and press the right foot down to lift the right hip and roll over onto your left side. And then the right knee is crossing over, holding it with the left hand. And the right arm extending out and away, palm face up, so that you can twist as you exhale and lengthen as you inhale. Be gentle in your lower back. Keep the abdominal muscles engaged as you're exhaling so that you're protecting the sacrum. Very nice, good. And rest, roll flat onto the back. Lift the left knee, straighten the right leg, and swing the hips over to the left side. Roll onto your right hip, and cross the left knee over to the right, holding it with the right hand. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, pull the navel in as you twist, controlling, integrating, and keeping that connection to the deep soul power within you. Discovering new things, new talents, new abilities, new connections that you make. And rest onto the flat back again. Bend both knees and open the knees apart, bringing the soles of the feet touching. And you can just allow the weight of gravity to open the hips or add a little bit of additional weight with your palms. Relaxing any pressure on the inhalation to make sure you're completely comfortable, at ease, and gently applying a little bit of pressure as you exhale, while also engaging the muscles that you're stretching. So just pulsing between this effort and ease. Taking one final breath as you stretch the hips and thighs. And then release the legs out straight. Lift the arms up overhead and widen the arms and legs to stretch every muscle once more. The toes stretching, the fingers stretching, circling the wrists and ankles. And the arms stretching, legs stretching, the back, the mouth, the face, even the tongue gets a stretch, like a kali tongue sticking out and pointing down, while the eyes roll up towards the third eye. Once you're finishing your full body stretch, relax the arms back down by your side, and the palms face up so the shoulder blades can tuck under the back. And you can align the spine, arms and legs to a comfortable and restful position. And continue resting on your back, relaxing, breathing, and just discovering through this introspective process more about your soul and how you make this soulful connection in yoga by observing very impartially, like a perfect witness of what you're doing and how you're feeling, even how you're breathing, that you can sense that touch of air in the nostrils as you breathe, the cool touch of the inhalation, and the warmth of the exhalation. Inhale and draw that energy up to the third eye between the eyebrows. And exhaling, send that energy out through the nostrils and over the upper lip. Following that path of the breath up to the third eye on the inhale and down over the upper lip on the exhale. Just calmly witnessing, observing, and learning, discovering. How you nourish yourself on the inhalation and release tension on the exhalation. Continuing to release any tension in the face, the mouth, or the jaw. Allowing the shoulders and arms to rest fully and completely into the embrace of the floor. Allowing the back and hips to rest and relax on the floor, because the floor is holding you now and you don't have to hold yourself. And continuing to relax the hips and the legs, letting the legs just melt into the floor. And the feet soften, unclench. So there's complete peace, calm, and pleasure in this deep relaxation, because you've earned this time of rest, and your body will use it to heal itself, to rejuvenate itself. And your mind can rest from all that mental chatter, monkey mind, and be more open to this inner light of wisdom, truth, and awareness. The inscription on the temple of Apollo at Delphi says, "Know thyself." Benjamin Disraeli said, "To be conscious that you are ignorant is a great step towards knowledge." Friedrich Schiller said, "If you wish to know yourself, observe how others act. If you wish to understand others, look into your own heart." Om Aim Saraswatiye Svaha. Om Aim Saraswatiye Svaha. Om Aim Saraswatiye Svaha. Now begin to deepen your breath and start to reawaken in your body, moving and stretching the muscles. And then gradually rolling over to your side. And reawakening the mind to be present, awake, and aware, conscious of this time and space. And then please find your way back up to easy seated pose. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this journey of self-discovery. I bow to the light within each of you. Namaste.
Namaste.